One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Conway, South Carolina, Brooks Stadium, and home of the teal-clad Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. And the Chanticleers will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Demon Deacons offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Rodgers. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that.
Breaks into the open. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Demon Deacons look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Running free. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You strip the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Coastal Carolina's offense will go to work for the 1st time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing.
Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. 1st down and 10. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes a catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The shot that clears will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Lofts one high and deep. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
14, Coastal Carolina, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Leaves it with the running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A little release to the back. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
At the 43-yard line. Now, 4th down.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to the back. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Picked off. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Chanticleers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll try the run. Turning it on. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Chanticleers will call on their punt team. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to Johnson. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Going with the ground game left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rogers.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Demon Deacons are flying down the field. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to...
There he goes. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, waiting for it. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over North Texas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle. It's O'Neal. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Chanticleers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Chanticleers will bring the punt team onto the field. A low line drive and short kick. And the returner goes down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. He makes the grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception.
Touchdown, wait! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Coastal Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Power football with the run. Brings into the open. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half. It is a first down.
And that's another shot to clear.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half.
Coastal Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sends it back in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Takes the easy completion. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, wait. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Coastal Carolina.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Running back searching for a hole. He breaks a tackle and runs through another one. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, going up top. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the shot to clears line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Made a defender miss. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Johnson.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the Demon Deacons line it up with a 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Demon Deacs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. He'll do it himself on the draw. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some luck.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Kick is in the air. And that's where it comes to rest at midfield. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's square.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
The give to the back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go right back to him. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Hudson. Under fire. He lost one down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this.
Turning it on! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Coastal Carolina, 0. Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. The shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. And they'll keep it away from the return man. Punt goes out of bounds. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking for a crease, it's Simmons. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. The handoff keeps working on that clock. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground, finding open areas. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They're going to ride this running back. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Carney. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.